Hi guys, this is Jerry. This is the all-new Nissan Navara. In this one video, I want to go through all the features I know about this new ute on the market. I'll go through the exterior, the interior, the features, the buttons, the screen available on the new Nissan Navara. If you find my video helpful, the best way to support the channel is to subscribe and like. Now, let's get started. First, let's start from the exterior. This one we are driving today is the STX. You do have the central locking and also the keyless entry. Lock, unlock, pretty simple. If you use this button over here, you can pull out the mechanical or the key blade to unlock the vehicle and also to lock the bed. That's where you're going to insert the key to lock and unlock this lid over here. For model variants with the keyless entry and push button start, you have this button to lock and also unlock. You will see the mirror goes in and out for you. And then this is your fuel tank release. That is your bonnet release. For the back row, you have the baby lock, lock and unlock over there for your child lock. For the rear seats, you are able to release the full seat piece with this pull just around the center headrest. Pull that and get all the way. That will be opened. Once you opened, you're going to find some tools over here. This is going to be your jack to lift the vehicle up. Those will be your tools to get the spare wheel down, which I will show you at the back. It's best to check the owner's manual for the full instruction, as I do not have time for this video to check everything, but technically all the tools will go in there for you to basically wrench it down, and the spare wheel will drop underneath and you can leave that hook or twist that hook and things like that. And then another thing for the back seats, if you are fitting a baby seats or child seats, you will have what we call anchor points, which is in the center under this cover. Take out the rubber cover, get the cable through here and then anchor down there for your safety. That same thing applies to the other side. On the seat bases, you have SOFX points on both outer seats, plus armrest cup holders in the center, USB charging, 12-volt socket. If you wish to use the air conditioning system, you can use the buttons on the top to switch on the air conditioning system on the top of the roof. This STX, to be considered to the second highest model, will have this electric seat adjustment. If you go to the lower variant, it's manual adjustment. If you do wish to start the vehicle, make sure you have your foot on the brake, start the button, the vehicle will be switched on. On the driver door side, you have central locking, lock and unlock. You have the mirror control over here, mirror folding over here, window control and window lock for the back. Over here, this is your headlight adjustment. 0 is the highest leveling. Brightness for the dashboard, plus and minus. Press and hold this button allow you to switch off the auto stop start, which many people do not like. Over here, you also have the lane departure warning or lane departure assistance. If you do not like it, press and hold, you can disengage that function. Just to remember, these two features will come on automatically whenever you start the vehicle again. Next, behind the steering, you are going to find your light or indicator, automatic for the headlights. That's your parking light and that's your low beam light. You can also press this part when the headlights are on to switch on and off the automatic high beam assist. This will allow you to switch on the rear fog lights if your headlight is on. If my headlight is on, switch on the fog lights. You can see the green thingy on the very left. Switch back, that's auto again. On the left, you will have your windscreen wiper, which is automatic for this version. Go up and down to change between off, auto, low speed, high speed, non-auto. Under auto, you can also shift this up and down. This function over here, that means it will shift between high and low sensitivity just on the right, as you can see. That's pretty much it. If you do want to wash the front windscreen, pull and hold against the steering will allow you to wash the front windscreen. On top of the steering, you have cruise control functions and also speed limiter functions. To switch on the cruise control, single tap this button will get that indicator on the top right of the dashboard. That means the cruise control is ready. Once you are driving at a certain speed, push this down will set at your current driving speed. If you want to change your set speed up and down, is to +1 and -1 to change your set speed. Push and hold will do 5 times 5 times 5 again. Down is the same, 5, 5, 5, going lower. If you do wish to cancel the cruise control, press to cancel. If you do wish to resume the cruise control, press go up to resume. If you want to set the speed limiter, press this button, it will change to limit. And then you just need to push down and go up and down to set your speed limiter to whatever you like. That means when you press the pedal, the car will not go over that certain speed. Again, press here to cancel or press here to completely disengage. If the cruise control or speed limiter function is on, this will show green light. If it's showing white colored indicator, that means the function is ready to engage but not fully engaged. When you are also driving under cruise control, you have this distance to change. Shorter distance, longer distance, you have 3 distance to go, just like that. And then when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, it will only hold for around 3 seconds before it disengages, so you need to hold the brake after the vehicle beeps. Over here, that's to answer the phone call, press and hold to hang up the phone call. This is the voice command for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto assistance if your phone is connected to that particular screen. In the center, that's going to be the horn, and over here, volume control on the left, track control on the left over here. These buttons will control your dashboard, which we are going to quickly extend the dashboard. On the right, on the left, that's going to be your analog gadgets, and in the center, that's going to be your digital dashboard. To control anything related to the digital dashboard, you need to press left and right to go OK or anything, and then go to the right. You can see that go through the top part of the menu. You have display, vehicle, navigation, music source, and cruise control and settings again. On some functions, when they have the dots on the right, you are able to swap this up and down. Swipe down, black screen, driving range, speedo. For example, you have this manual control for the fuel consumption and the fuel economy. If you push down to the OK, just one touch, you can change to manual reset, auto refuel, manual reset 1, manual reset 2, and auto refuel again, just like that. After that, if you do want to reset the fuel consumption, push down and hold this function key will reset each individual calculation. Now, if we move to the last one, we will be able to go into the settings. So simply click OK over here, and then you have all sorts of settings about stability control, driving assistance, eco settings, tire pressure, clock, vehicle settings, maintenance, display, unit, factory reset, everything. And if you want to go back or go cancel, just go right or left to go back. ESP settings that allow you to change to the stability control on and off. Driving assistance that allows you to change some of the driving features on and off. Just to remember, some of the functions like the driver monitoring system, driver attention alert, and also the lane departure warning and intervention, these things can only be switched off when you start the vehicle, but when you restart the car, it will come back on as standard again. So these are the things you can play with. Next one, eco settings. You can see the eco drive mode, eco info settings, and vehicle history. Tire pressure settings, you can see your tire pressure target rate. If you wish to go higher or lower, you can set that as well. And if the tire pressure gets too low, there will be an indicator somewhere around the dashboard to let you know. Next, clock settings, you can change the manual clock or auto clock if you like to. You can also change to different time zones if you wish to, so it's automatic setting the time. When you are doing the clock settings under automatic, you can also engage the summertime or disengage the summertime, or you can simply set the clock manually just to go up and down over here. Again, using all these buttons to go up and down and click OK whenever you like. Next one is the vehicle settings that allow you to change the lighting controls. You have welcome light and auto room lamp. If you want to disengage, simply press the OK button to confirm. locking, you have the central locking, you have exit door switch, you have selected unlock. If you only just want to unlock the driver door alone, you can also select this. You have also got auto door unlock. When you shift the vehicle to park, that automatically switch off the central locking. If you do ignition off, unless you switch off the engine, that will automatically unlock all the doors. Wipers, they have speed dependent wipers, auto wipers, or drip wipers as well. Mirrors fault, it will only do at ignition, or it will just do not fault at all. Again, your choice. Next one, we have maintenance. It will show your maintenance level and OU system every 15,000 kilometers or 1 year, whichever comes first for the New Zealand version. Next one, you have display settings that allow you to change to different contents, route guidance, welcome effect, and operation guidance at your preference. Next one is the unit. You can change the tire pressure from PSI to kPa to bar to whatever you like, similar to temperatures, Celsius or Fahrenheit, and language from English to other language, whatever you prefer in the selection. Key linked settings, you can link 2 keys or you can dislink some other keys. Factory settings, you can reset all these factory settings about this screen. And that's pretty much about the settings over here. Again, if you change to any particular menu, leave it there, that's going to be your permanent display, unless you switch on cruise control, by the way. Click this button will also bring up a shortcut menu about pedal misapplication. So if you're not driving on the right pedals and things, emergency lane assist, audio source, and driving assistance, it's a short, quick cut menu to go through some of the things. Now, going into the center, first thing, the air conditioning menu, they are all physical buttons. You get max cool, front windscreen, rear windscreen, demister, heated seats on both sides. On this version, automatic, temperature on each side, sync, and mode to change the direction for the air conditioning. Pretty easy. AC on and off, aircon on and off, fan speed left and right. Easy, no issue at all. In the center, this 9-inch screen is controlled by physical buttons over here or quick buttons on the top. You do have a quick switch over here to quickly select some things, but you can simply touch the screen to select something. Volume switch over here, on and off button over here. If you wish to select anything, you can simply touch the screen or go to Phone, Audio, Menu, Map, Connection. Under the connection, you are able to select different phones. You are also able to add a new phone. Click the add, search your Bluetooth, you can connect it by Bluetooth. If you have an iPhone, you can connect this screen with wireless Apple CarPlay. If you have Android, like me, you need to use the cables underneath for the wired connection, whether it's USB-C or USB-A. But if you wish to connect it wirelessly, I have an individual adapter that I will show in the description. You can buy the adapter and very budget friendly to connect the adapter over here. That means for later, it's just basically wireless connection. Very simple again. Going to the back, there's not much a lot to talk about. Unless you go to the map, you can simply search go home, destination, zoom in, zoom out, and click some of the settings to set these things up. That's pretty much it. It's a very easy screen. When you switch the vehicle to reverse, the reverse camera automatically comes up, or you can click the camera, you will see the surround view camera available on the STX or higher trims. Underneath, an individual button for your rear diff lock. You can engage that when you are traveling at low speed on 4-wheel drive. Over here, you can also find your wireless phone charging. Gear shifter, pretty simple. If you go all the way to drive, you can also shift that to the right to change to manual mode on Tiptronic, which you have a small display underneath. Drive, manual, shift, Tiptronic. Over here, that's going to be your hill descent function. If you're going really deep downhill, again, only available at low speed, not available when you do driving, highway and things like that. Drive mode, you can change to different drive mode on this version. If you change to 2-wheel drive high, your drive mode will have, let's go, normal and eco. That's it. But if you change to 4-wheel drive height. You can change to different driving modes, and let's again dismiss that. Gravel, snow, and normal. If you want to switch on the central defog with 4H or 4 low, you need to press the ring and then switch. Press the ring and switch. And on the dashboard, it will always tell you what's going on. If I do switch on the rear defog, you can see everything is now switched to defog, center, and rear. Remember, if you're driving a base model, you won't have this 4 center defog. You only have 4L basically. In the middle cup holders, you get handbrake and pretty easy armrest and 2 storage units on the top over there. And then on the top of the roof, you have reading lights on both sides, or reading lights for the front and rear, and door lights. If you depress that, or actually if you release that, open the door, light will come on and light will go off. If you depress that, open the door, nothing will happen. Over here, sunglasses holders, pretty easy, and that's pretty much it for the Navara. Alright, that's the end of this video. Hope this helped you in some way. If it does, please subscribe and like. That's the best way to support the channel. As always, I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.